Hello, bonjour, good day. How are you, little angels? It's your teacher Anauncieta. Welcome to EasyElimu Learning Simplified. Now, we are talking about money. And we are saying money is what you get after you've done something. Some of you were given money yesterday. But if you could be having money, what will you do with it? Teacher, I'll buy sweets. What else will you buy? I'll buy the skating shoes. What else will you do with it? I will go and see the animals. Wow, that's nice. What else will you do with the money? I'll buy myself very expensive things. Wow, that is what we call spending. What is spending? Spending is how we use the money we have. Spending is how we use the money we have. Now, do you remember when we talked about Pendo's shop? And then Janet went to the shop and bought a pair at a certain amount. That is what we call spending. Spending is using the money. Spending is using or paying for something. Now, when we talk about spending, spending has its own rules. Do you know that? What have we said spending is? Spending is, someone is still looking at me and asking, spending is, I'm saying, spending is using. Spending is use or pay out. You cannot spend and still have the same amount. If I go to the shop with 100 shillings, will I still come back with 100 shillings and yet I've spent? No. Maybe I'll remain with something small from the 100 shillings. So, when you talk about spending, spending has its own rules. And do you know some of the rules that govern spending? You must spend your money wisely. You must spend your money wisely. Another rule that governs spending is don't spend everything. Don't spend everything. At least remain with something to do what? To save. Do you know we have emergencies? What is an emergency? Emergency is something that just comes when you're not prepared for it. So we are saying when you spend money, remember to spend wisely. When I mean spending wisely is buy something that is really important. Don't just go and buy things. When you're spending, I've said, don't spend everything. Where you go to the shop with 20 shillings and you buy things with 20 shillings and you finish everything and you come home without even 1 shilling. That is not a good behavior. Now, there are these two friends of mine. These two friends of mine, one went to the shop and bought herself chocolates. This one had 100 shillings. She bought herself chocolates. Then there is another friend of mine who accompanied the one who bought chocolates to the shop. This one had 50 shillings and said, in these 50 shillings, I'll buy an orange for 20 shillings. Then I buy myself a pen. She didn't have a pen for 10 shillings. Then she remained with 20 shillings. Between the two, who spent the money wisely? Teacher, the one who bought chocolates. Huh? These girls with chocolates. You know, chocolates are not good for your health. Do you know that? What did we say in a hygiene? Things that are good for our health. They are called healthy foods. We are talking about eating healthy foods. After eating chocolates, what will happen to your teeth? You'll have to visit a dentist. And then maybe some of your teeth will be removed, which is very, very dangerous. So we are saying between the two, the one who bought the orange and a pen and the one who bought the chocolates, who spent the money wisely? Teacher, the one who bought an orange. Why? An orange is a healthy food. Buying chocolates is not bad. But now, at the end of the day, is chocolate good for your health? No, it is not good for your health. I have said, is buying chocolate bad? It is not bad. Remember the rules for spending. We have said, don't spend everything. Remember, she bought herself chocolates worth 100 shillings. The whole 100 shillings she had carried to the shop, she finished everything. She gave the shopkeeper the whole 100 shillings and the shopkeeper remained with the 100 shillings. And this other one had 50 shillings. And remember, when she went to the shop, she told the shopkeeper, I need an orange and a pen. Then the shopkeeper gave her 20 shillings which she carried home. So we are saying the one who had 50 shillings spent her money wisely. We are saying spending should be done wisely and you should not spend everything you have. So we are saying the one who bought an orange did the right thing. Why? She spent at least part of the money and left something for savings. And of course, she bought very important things that the body needs, not the body wants. For the one who bought the chocolate, she bought things that the body wants and not the body needs. Are we together? So when we talk about spending, remember to leave something to spend, to save. Spare something to do what? Spare something to save. Don't just use everything to save. And we are saying, why do we save money? Why do we save money? We save money for emergencies. We save money for emergencies. I want to buy a house. I cannot wake up one day and go and buy a house. No. I'll have started saving this money slowly by slowly until I accumulate the money to a required amount. If the house is 30 million, I will save it slowly until I reach 30 million for me to buy that house. So when you're spending, spare something to save. And we are saying we save money for emergencies. Class, when you go home today, tell mommy to give you how much? 20 shillings. Tomorrow we'll be visiting the grocery. Tomorrow we'll be visiting the grocery that is next to the shop. I only need everyone to carry how much? 20 shillings. I want to go and find out who has learned something about spending money, who has learned something about money, who has learned something about saving, who has learned something about when you're going to the shop, what are you supposed to do? What have I said? Tomorrow carry how much? Carry 20 shillings. We visit the nearby grocery and we find out who will spend the money wisely. At the end of tomorrow, by the end of tomorrow, make sure when you come, you have something, somewhere you're going to save your money. I don't know what you'll make it from, but I want someone to come out with an idea on how you're gonna keep the money that will come with it from the grocery. How are you gonna keep it? And how are you intending to make more money so that you make a lot of money by the end of the year? Are we together? So what have I said? Tomorrow you carry 20 shillings. We are going to visit the nearby grocery to find out. Have you learned something about money? And another thing, you come up with something that you are going to be keeping in money. Any money you make or any money you remain with after you've done something, you keep it somewhere. How do we call that thing that keeps that money? I don't know. Teacher, I have one like that. Find out what is it, and if possible, make one and come with it to school tomorrow. Are we together? It was nice having you around, and I hope to see you in the next lesson. Thank you.